This lady's like, what? It must be Sarah on the mic. With sweet little Holly, got the sugar, got the spice. We're keeping us tight, we're guests on the night. Linked up with Urban Spirit Studios. That's right. And I'm not a rookie on this all-star team. Me and Holly get you hooked like we're fishing for green. This is home, never leaving us talent alone. Yes, it is my city, it's my throne.
I think it's integrity as well.
It is,
and,
yeah.
I mean, I've been looking at some of your photos, and I saw one of them. You was literally cheek to cheek with Central Cee. So,
she was.
It happens.
You know, so I can get it. I do get it. But obviously, you do come across a lot of celebrities.
I do, yes.
And how do you find that? Do you get quite starstruck? Like, obviously, Holly's like...
I want to know about the Central Cee one first. Elaborate on
that.
Who would you say that you've met then that is kind of giving you that opposite thing then, so that you maybe thought they might be a little bit standoffish? Maybe, you know, they're so famous, they probably wouldn't come across nice. But they've actually shocked you and gone, you know, you've really got on with them or really like them.
Central Cee.
Oh, give us a story. I've been dying for
Central Cee, you are amazing, and you know you are, and you just do it. You just do it big, and you're just doing it. So, yeah, definitely salute to him. I first met him at the MOBO Awards, and he was with all his boys and stuff, and we was on the red carpet, and they was having banter, and we was having banter, and me being the banter queen, kind of went over and was like, yeah, what you guys saying, everything kind of like, I like the way you lot are moving, and Central Cee doing amazing tonight, you know, winning all those awards and stuff. And he just liked me, just took a shine into me. He was like, let's take a snap. I knew you want a snap, so it was kind of like, let's take a picture. And then he reposted me on his Instagram, and everyone went wild, because obviously he's got thousands of followers. My nieces, my nephews, my kids, friends of a friend's family members were like, oh my God, Tamika, you're on Central Cee's Instagram story. I don't understand what's going on here. I was like,
how did you feel about that?
Central, it's me. We're doing it. Big Jesus.
She says, all right, yeah,
all right, we can do this.
One question I've got is, people are going to want to know this, so I'm going to ask it. Was Madeline there, his girlfriend thing?
I think she was at the Brit Awards, so I seen him again at the Brits last February, and I think she may have been on a table where he was. I didn't get to speak to her. He blushes a lot, so there was with my daughter, and I was with my daughter's cousin and a friend, and they were obviously Central. My daughter's met him before as well a few times, so she was like, oh, Central Cee. But the cousin was like, oh my God, Central Cee.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, right. Right,
we'll be like trying to compose myself. I'd be like sorting out the eyebrows before.
Okay, come on, Central.
I've been doing the lip liner 5 times over that my lips will be up to my nose.
Fixing the hair, doing all that. So I guess, come on, Central, let's get a selfie and all that. So we took a few pictures, and he's so cool. He looks like my nephew as well. I've got a nephew, Kais. Shout out Kai. He looks a lot like him. I'll show you a picture of him in a minute. But I was comparing him at the time. I was saying, my nephew looks so much like him. He was like, is it really? No, don't lie. Don't mess up. I got the picture. I was like, no, Ra looks like man still. Yeah. It's got the like little blush and the, he's ever so cute. And then I've got a really good friend who's also a business partner, but he basically, he's a road manager for a lot of artists like Chris Brown, Donald Jones, Central Cee. His Egyptian's cousin. I did a tour with Egyptian in Nottingham a few years ago. It was about 2015. So he came and he bought Stylo G and was all there, and it was so much fun. And he took Central Cee on tour recently. I think they went to, it might have been LA or Greece or somewhere. And he was taking all these pictures. He was sending it to me like, this is my time, that's my turn. Like, I was like, check you out. Can't you get me, got +1, get me there as well. But yeah.
That is so amazing, because obviously you've meeted all these celebrities, and I just want to bring it a little bit closer to home.
Yeah, sure.
So
I'm a bit far away.
The close celebrities that we know is Young T and Bugsy.
Yes.
Yeah. And I hear it that you used to be their manager. What you like their, was it their manager?
Kind of like, it was a bit of work kind of around the PR marketing element. Right. So what I was doing when I was hosting my own music events, I used to invite them and always put them on as a headline. Yeah. And first it was just Young T on his own, because he's actually a family member. He's my daughter's cousin. So I already had a connection.
Honestly, you are full of... I don't know, when's it going to start?
It's never ended. But that's why I'm kind of caught up in this realm, and I'm not in a bubble. I'm literally just there. It's the way it is. It's happening. But his mum went to school with me as well. So separately from him being related to my daughter, because it's my daughter's dad and his dad, the uncle and nephew. So I was already in the realm with his mum. So obviously when she had him, and then before he was famous, they grew up and everything in the same area as me and stuff. And naturally, when I heard the music and what he was doing, and he makes beats and he's just an incredible, talented young man, I thought, I'm going into that realm as well with the kind of hosting and the radio stuff. So let's kind of do something. So we kind of fused in from there. And then obviously I interviewed them on radio a couple of times. I did live music events at Elia Casino, via Fossa and stuff. And Young's Teflon came to be the headline act. And I did another one at Elia with Nadia J, who's blowing up on BBC One Extra. She's doing the most. But back then she was just a little radio host doing a little thing on, I think it was called Bang Radio at the time. But then, that again, just kind of like, oh wow, interesting. And then as they moved along, we used to do carnivals and things, and they used to put them on and do all that kind of thing. So it was more of a kind of pushing and driving to help them, steer them. I'm really, really happy and humbled that I was a part of their beginning journey, that I was able to kind of harness what they was doing and be a part of, hopefully, their story if they tell it one day. But
I think they should. I mean, how did you find them as young guys working with them? Did they have a bit of an ego? Or?
No, they're still the same now as well. Like when we link up, I went to the all-white party at the get my words out, Sky Bar. I went to that, and it was amazing. I went with my daughters again, got an invite, and I've been to a few of their birthdays. Young T's had a few birthdays and things. Get invited, and they're just lovely guys. But they are easy to get along with, and they don't let fame go to their head. They've done quite a lot. When they had that TikTok viral situation with Strike Me a Pose and all of that. Don't Rush as well.
Yeah, with Busta Rhymes.
Busta Rhymes. I've worked with some really interesting people.
Amazing,
as well.
because I saw them.
Chronics.
It was at Rough Trade.
Yeah.
And my children, because they were brought up in Spain at the time, they didn't really know like who's
who and what's
they
what.
heard some of the songs, but they didn't really know who they were.
Yeah.
And we came over and went to Rough Trade, and it was really intimate. And from that day, they were like, we are fans.
You got to be, though.
Yeah, and they were brilliant. They were absolutely flawless. The way that they performed, the way they interacted with the audience members.
Oh, they're amazing.
Someone fainted at the time.
Wow.
They said, stop the music. Give us some space. Is she all right?
Oh, that's brilliant. To do that.
All of that. And then afterwards, they took the time.
Wow.
Had photos with everyone. And
I've got so much pictures with them. Yeah, they
are. So sweet. And I thought, I wonder if you're this sweet in real life.
No, they are.
But
they are.
Seem like that.
They've got manners, and they know how to
good
present themselves.
Not let it get to their head.
Yeah, no, they haven't. And also, they always come back home, which I love. They put on a lot of events in Nottingham for their communities, and they interact. They go on podcasts, local podcasts and stuff, and they just pay homage to be from Notts. I love it.
Well, I remember
you guys in,
You have to.
I was at prom, so I was leaving school.
What school did you go to?
Bleep that. Someone did a tweet and said, if this gets so many likes, can Young T and Bugsy come to my prom? It got the likes, and they came to their prom.
Wow.
And that was like the rave where I was from. That was like the news. Everyone was going crazy because Young T and Bugsy was like at our school. It's crazy.
Oh, that's incredible.
I know, and like not a lot of people would do that because they don't care about coming to a kid's prom, and they did that. So
Listen, my mum's nearly 70. My mum's met Young T and Bugsy a few times. When you talk about all rappers and people that you meet, she doesn't know like Snoop and mainstream people. But when you start saying Central Cee and stuff, it's like, who's that? But when you say Young T and Bugsy, my mum actually goes, oh yeah, because Young T and Bugsy, I was driving the other day and them come on me in a car, and it's like, all right, mum, get you. Knows a couple of the words and all that. Oh. It's so cute. So yeah, they're touching all borders. They've got like lots of different age ranges and different kinds of
time for them to come back. Is what I say.
Yeah, definitely.
But they're doing big things, aren't they?
They are.
They've just released a new album or mixtape or I don't know, a single or something. But I think it's waiting for a drop. But that'll be
absolutely amazing for Nottingham artists.
I love it.
Yeah.
They
So
really
what things have you got coming up next?
Interestingly, so I've been doing quite a bit of travelling, and I will be doing quite a bit of travelling this year because not just, but I'm also a travel agent, and not a lot of people know that about me. But I'm a travel agent, and I've been doing it for about 2.5 years. And what I've done is I've added it as an extra add-on as a service to my businesses. So as well as having Tamika Martin and Friends, I also head up a multifaceted business which specialises in PR events and travel management. The travel management is for corporate planning and itinerary planning, so that's what I do. So I factor in people's trips and, build a whole thing from start to finish. So that's what I've been doing for myself. Hence I went to Turkey the other day. I'm going to Croatia, to a private island in July to look at some space for a retreat next year. Got an event in Portugal that I'm going to be, we're actually supporting that event, so that'll be great. It's a weekender. And just lots of little things. things happening in between, but for me, it's just about building my brand. I've got a new brand, Culture Deluxe. Culture Deluxe Limited. If you want to know more about that, you can Google it. And I'm going to be kind of going down the route of more corporate-y, kind of boutique, luxurious kind of thing. It's very lifestyle led. So everything that I do, I'm conscious of in terms of where I'm going to, the people I'm around, and the people that I'm going to be meeting.